so excited to bring you this haul. I have been waiting what seems like forever for both of these items to come in, and I've had the notebook for a little while now, but the tote finally came today. I'm so excited because I wanted to film this video all together. That way I could kind of show you guys the difference between the leathers, which I do realize that they're two different types of goods, so it's kind of hard to tell, but you can really tell the difference in the leathers. So anyway, I ordered my first big girl Foxy Fix notebook on November 3rd, as well as the tote. And I did that for the early bird special that they were having. It was their version of Black Friday, and they did it very early in advance. That way that they could get all of their orders out before Christmas time, because each of these products is handmade. Foxy Fix, believe it or not, even though they are rapidly growing and a pretty big name in the Traveler's Notebook community, it's still a small business. So before I get to rambling too much, let me get started. So the first thing that I wanted to show you guys is my notebook itself, and it is a Boss Babe leather. So they have all different types of leather in their couture line, and their couture line are the customized notebooks that you can get. They're not ready to ship. They're not like regular singles. They are completely customizable, which is one thing that I really liked about Foxy Fix, because there's so many options for leathers, leather types, colors, and all of the different options that you can get on your notebooks. So I chose the Boss Babe because to me it looked like a really smooth leather, and it looked very chic. So I wanted that, and I knew that I wanted just a solid black traveler's notebook with little customized touches here and there, which is what really drew me to choosing Foxy Fix. So this is my Boss Babe Madison Avenue. That is the name of their black color, is Madison Avenue in the Boss Babe line. So I know my camera quality is not that great, but so you can't really see the texture of the leather, and really there is hardly any texture to it at all. It's a very smooth leather, and I believe that this is one of the leathers that is not quite as floppy as some of the rest of them, but I opted to get the A5 size. I got the wide spine with the reinforced spine. As you can see right there, I got the fairly new little fox and pip bow in rose gold, and then on the front I got K embossed in the rose gold, and it is the willow font. For the stitching and elastic, I chose the cream, and I've kind of got her a little stuffed. In addition to ordering the notebook, I also ordered the dashboard inserts because I knew that I wanted to really decorate this, and I just really like the idea of having dashboard covers. So I ordered 6 of them, I believe, but I've actually got 7 inserts in here, and I do plan on putting an additional one, but I don't have another jump band, so I'm unable to do so for right now. But I also chose to have pockets, so I've got 3 card slots here, and then behind that is one big pocket, and then I've got a couple of Simply Gilded sticker, or is that one? I think that's just one. I've got some Simply Gilded stickers back here because I did have my clips in here just to make it a little bit more reinforced to keep them flat. But I do plan on kind of decking this part out. But so here, and you'll also get a flip through. And I am not done with this thing by any means. I have a lot to do that I want still with this. So here's a dashboard that I found some clip art from Etsy, and I just kind of tiled it and put it against a blush pink background. This is a little narwhal that I got. It is a die cut sticker from Uncommon Plans. Melissa from Woman in Charge Shop sent me this gorgeous journaling card, and it's kind of fallen a little bit, but so that's what I've got in there. And then I've got my my weekly setup here, which I haven't really done a whole lot to this week because it's been kind of busy and crazy. And then here are two more dashboards that I have. I made this one, and the watercolor behind it is something that I had made from, it was like a Crayola marker and Ziploc bag trick to create the watercolor, and I really liked the way that it turned out. And then here I've just got a paper, a scrapbook paper, and this one is my bill tracker. So you already have seen that before. And then this one is the secretarial pocket dashboard. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is a secretarial pocket, which I really like. And then these are Hobby Lobby. This one is my checkbook register. So there's that. And then I've got a journaling card from Simply Jilted. It says Love and Grace and has a beautiful little swan on it. And it is foiled. And then I keep everything. So I kept the little bag that Irene sent and just cut the sticky part off and just kept that because I really like what it says. It says, whatever I do, it is for you. And that's very much how I feel about my daughter. And then there's just another scrapbook paper. This one is my faith journal. So basically what I do is I will draw these notebook looking things. It's just a dot grid journal. And I will put my Bible verse. I will choose a random Bible verse, whatever the random Bible verse generator chooses for me, and I'll write it down, and I'll write down a either a prayer or just kind of how I interpret that particular verse. And then another scrapbook paper. Same with that. Now this dashboard paper is actually a vellum printable from the Honey Bee Shop on Etsy. I love tattoos. I love little alternative looking girls. So this one was absolutely perfect. And then this die cut came from Snarky Nerd Girl on Etsy. And getting kind of towards the back. This is another dashboard of me and my daughter. I kept the backing to my Simply Jilted stickers, so I just put that in there. And this is actually one of the full-length dashboards, so you just slide everything in this way. You can keep them there like that. And then here is the back. I actually did make this dashboard using distress inks and stamps, and then I had a couple of little die cuts, like the little clock down here, and the gears here were just little die cuts that I just pasted down, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to put in the center yet. But and then here is another one of those scrapbook papers, and then here is just a random journal. So this one I keep like blog and YouTube ideas, and then this one is a journal of me and my daughter. And there's the back one. So this one is another journaling card from Simply Jilted. It says cheers. And then that is the back of everything. And then on this side I've got the secretarial pocket and then the little card slot. I opted to not have a pin loop which is why you see like this extra stitching. I'm wondering if they just go ahead and punch a hole where the pin loop would have gone, and then they just kind of sewed it up more. But anyway, so the elastics hold on really, really well, but I would say that the elastics are a lot more stretchy than what I have for my design dog. If not, they may be a little bit, thinner, because these elastics are just, they hold well, but they're not quite as strong as my design dog. So if I hold it like this and just hold the leather, my inserts are going to fall. It's going to flop. They won't break, and they won't just come flying out. But I do take a lot more care with this one than I would with my design dog one, because the leather is much floppier. It's absolutely gorgeous. So just a thought, the leather is just not quite as stiff as what I'm used to with my design dog. But nonetheless, I absolutely love this notebook. It is an A5 size, if I didn't mention that. And I will definitely be repurchasing from Foxy Fix. Okay, now that that part is done, let's get to the tote. So this is their Lush Tote, and I decided to go for the Black Beauty, which is the name of the black color of this particular leather. So where the Boss Babe is a very smooth leather, you can tell on the Lush that it's more of a pebbled leather. And the leather on this one is a lot floppier. It's very, very soft. On the inside, it's got a lot more of a suede feel to it. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, because black's kind of a hard color to tell. No, you can't tell. But anyway, it's got a very suede-like feel on the inside. And it's very, very soft and squishy. I opted for cream stitching because I thought that it would just be a really good complement to my Foxy notebook, and I wanted something that was gonna just blend really well and be super neutral. I'm more of a neutrals type of girl anyway, so having like a black bag with, you know, hot pink stitching, that's not really my style anyway. If it's your style, awesome. You can customize the color of the stitching up here and on the handles. On the handles, it is the same cream stitching. I got 11-inch handle drop, which is actually perfect because it fits just right under my arm, but it's not too close to my armpit, but it's not hanging super, super low. It's a very comfortable fit, I feel like. The handles, they are reinforced, so these babies aren't going anywhere. And then all of my fixtures are brass, so you have the choice between brass and silver. And then this is the back. You can kind of see the blind embossing of the Foxy Fix right here. I opted to not fill it with any kind of a foil, so you can see the hardware there. And then same thing with my notebook, I got the Fox and Pip bow in the rose gold, and I thought that the brass would complement the rose gold really well, as well as the cream stitching. So on the front, this did kind of throw me for a loop a little bit, because I consider the part with the bow the front. But your pocket sits on the front panel. So here's your pocket, and I thought that this little part back here was like an additional like little hidden pocket, but it's not. It goes all the way down the length of the tote. But you do have a pocket here, and it is pretty deep. So you can see from there. Let's see if I can get it. So it goes almost down the whole length of the bag, honestly. And it's just a paneled pocket. So the same thing. You can also customize what zipper color you get. So I just wanted everything to be seamless. I chose brass, and then I got black for the tape part of the zipper because I just wanted it to blend really well. And then you also get this other piece, which feels like kind of a cardboard, and then has the leather sewn onto the front, so that you can kind of get an idea of what you'll get. So this is not a completely leather piece. There's something back there, but this kind of reinforces the bottom so it sits flat, which is really nice. And then this is kind of what the edges and everything looks like. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell if the camera will pick it up. So that's kind of what it looks like on the inside. It's very, very well made. I am super, super happy about this. I'm a little bit picky when it comes to totes, but this one is very well made. My tote that I was using before this, it's very, very similar to this one. It was the Around Town tote from 31. And they're very, very similar. Even the feel of the leather is very similar. I have had that bag for several years, and I just kept always going back to it. And I would have gotten another one if they would have made a black one. But so I had been searching for a black tote like this for well over a year, and just never, I wasn't, super actively trying to find a black tote just like that. But if I came across one, then I knew I wanted it. So this one was just kind of perfect. It's just a tad bit smaller than my Around Town tote, I believe, because it just feels like it's just a tad bit smaller, but I haven't held them up side by side to really tell. But it's not a bad thing. It holds quite a bit. Just for your reference, this is how my notebook kind of compares to it. So it fits a lot. I had no trouble fitting my notebook, my wallet, which my wallet is somewhat substantial because I stuff it completely full and it stays full of crap all the time. And I was able to put other items in there. I know that I would be able to stuff what I call my little plenty pouch. I know that I'd be able to put that in there very comfortably. I think that you can probably weigh it down, and I do feel like it is well constructed enough to where it can handle a heavy weight. I'm super, super hard on my bags, so I need them to be super, super strong and robust because they carry a lot of weight. And I know that's bad. But anyway, the one thing that I would probably change about these totes is I would love to have some feet on it because this is the bottom. So I would love to at least have, like, maybe it doesn't have to be anything super big, but just some little feet on there to protect the bottom of the bag a little better because I am one of those that will set my bag on the floor. Most of the time it won't go on like a concrete floor, or I'm definitely not going to put it on the ground, but just having those little feet to reinforce the bottom a little bit, just to protect it a little bit more, would be nice. So Foxy Fix, if you're watching, please at least think about putting some feet on the bottom of these. I think that would be a really nice touch. But anyway, I am super, super happy with my purchase. I will definitely be ordering from them again. What? I have no idea. But now that I actually have a Lush leather in my hands and I feel it, I kind of want a notebook. And I love their Bordeaux color. Oh my God, I love their Bordeaux color. And I surprisingly have not seen really any pictures of the Bordeaux. So maybe I'm just weird and like, you know, just those off the wall things. But anyway, so that may be the next purchase, but I'm not really sure. So anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or anything like that, please leave them below. I would love to interact with you guys and answer any questions you might have. Feel free to hit the subscribe button if you like and thumbs up this video. I will leave all of my social media links down below. I've got my blog, my Instagram, my Facebook group, so you can reach me on any of those. So I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and if I don't talk to you again before, have a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and stay safe. Be with the ones you love, and remember, Christmas is for giving, and it is for your loved ones. So giving doesn't always have to mean giving an actual product, I guess. Just, you know, giving your time, giving your loved ones your, just letting them know that you care, in a nutshell. So I'm going to quit rambling now. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will